Hey, and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we will be looking at the Transformissions disorder, aka IDW Wildrider. This guy was picked out by my nephew, so this is why I'm doing a combiner. Plus, honestly, I think I have a lot more room now to actually do these. So hopefully you enjoy seeing these combiner reviews and that now. But I haven't. Most of my combiner figures, I should say, are combined. So eventually I might pull these apart. But right now, these guys are separated. So here we go. Here we have Wildrider. Now I will point out that these dots here, there's been to be a spoiler here. But for the love of God, I cannot remember where I lost the spoiler. But he is a really good looking Wildrider. And he was, I believe, the second of my third party figures to actually own when I started actually getting into proper collecting after I got a few masterpieces and started getting some chugs again. You know, this is where I really started getting into third party. Excuse me. So he is nice with the red and the black, and he rolls perfectly fine. So you can see a lot from underneath. You can, of course, see his gun. It's just tabs in there. Oops. And we'll just put that off to the side for the moment. Just plug those back in. Now, I know Transformissions is associated with another, excuse me, another company, but for the love of God, I don't remember which one. So here he is with Windblade. So, pretty good size comparison. And let's get down to Transformation. I'll do combine mode at the end as well, just so if we've got enough time. 1 second. I swear the cold weather's getting to me. I will point out these are rubber, which is nice. Actually, you know what? Let's do combine mode first, and then we'll go into robot mode. So what you're going to do is you're going to untab from here and untab from the other side, and that's going to come back. You're going to untab these wheels. They'll come out to the back, to the side a bit. You're going to untab the bumper from the lights and the bonnet, so it gets all nice and loose. And then what you're going to do is you're going to, if you've untabbed it properly, which I don't think I have, come on. All right, we'll try to get these up first. These are going to come flip up, and they're on a sort of a double hinge. So that should just sit up there, and that'll sit up there, and then we'll have a bit more room. There we go. And then we can fold these in, or at least we should be able to. Why aren't you untabbed far enough? Oh, that's why I'm stuck on the wheels. So that folds in, that folds in. These come down as far as possible. There's a double hinge back here. These wheels just sort of sit in the grooves, and they can just fold down a little bit, just sort of sits there. And it would be nice if those wheels actually tabbed in, but they don't. Like I said, they just sort of sit in the groove. They don't tab in anyway. So I might should be able to just keep them tabbed in a bit. But there you go. There is combine mode, and that sort of sticks on to Motor Master's leg. So there you go. It's just this clip here and this here, I believe. And I do know for a memory, it's a pain in the ass to get on. So there is your combine leg mode. So let us continue. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try to get this spin around. Try to make a little bit of room. So just flip these back out again. And we're going to rotate that as far as it'll go. And then the wheels will come in, providing them untabbed. Like so. And these come in with it. They don't really plug in anyway. I think yeah, they fall down a little bit. And then that comes down, just sits there. And that becomes the backpack, which I don't actually, they might stay up there. I swear they stay up there because it doesn't, it's supposed to sit better on the back. but this will go down in a minute. Excuse me again. Alright, so then we're going to go from the back a little bit. We are going to untab the sides here, which will pull out the arms. Then what we're going to do is we're going to flip out these wheels. They're just tabbed in the side. And then these can flip down. You're going to come back here and you're going to pull back, and that frees the legs from the back. And we can fold. Where are you? Yep. Come on. Oh, that's why. I always forget this step. You split the legs and you get these. I don't know if you can see them very well. You got these pieces here. You have to untab, and then that will allow the leg for the most part to come down. Then you can split that there. So there's the back of the car, and that comes down. We'll fold that down a little bit. We're going to rotate the foot down. I don't think it really tabs in anyway. No. We're going to flip the roof down. This is going to come back up. So this sits here. We're going to fold the wheel on itself. This comes down. This will slide just inside. This will go over this tab and lock it into place. Fold that out. Fold out the hip, the heel, and that is one leg all done. So back in a second. So there's our legs all done. We can spin the waist around so it comes around here, and now we have this bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull the body a half. Only moved one side, just as far as it'll go. And now that that's collapsed a bit, we should be able to. Okay, I've done something wrong. I know I've done something wrong. I swear something's in the wrong spot. 1 second. So here we are. I've basically made sure that these are a lot more compressed. I've pulled these out and made sure these have come underneath. So I think I had these down too far, and I had this folded in, so it was in the way. So these, it basically folds, but it just sort of sits over the wheel. And that way, because it should sit flat like that. Alright, so let us continue on. So we'll do the arms. You're going to pull out here. This just sort of tabs into the side of the arm. And we can just pull that out a little bit more. There's a double hinge in there. Fold down the window itself. Push down the arm. So you have this here. And you want to rotate it at that joint so it brings it around to the bicep. Then you can articulate the hand how you want it, and of course you can then place the window, the side door how you want it. So we'll do the same thing again. Fold out, fold around, turn around, articulate. Now usually when it comes to these, I try to get the back of the hand into here. So if it's the other way around and you get it to work, fine, but I prefer doing it the other way. So there we go. And last but not least, we can come in here, flip this down. It doesn't come down very far, and it comes down that much. You then get in here, there's a little piece there, flip the head up, and then you just got to line this up with the neck. So it's a little tab in. There we go. And there we are. There is Disorder, aka IDW Wildrider, in his robot mode. I have a cuppa after this to clean my throat out. And he's nice. He does look lovely. I will say, with a soon-to-be comparison, which I'll point out, he does look dated. But if you like your IDW Stunticons, go right ahead. I will say, in hindsight, before we get to it, the combine mode is not as good as I was hoping it was going to be. It needed work, which is why these guys are all separate. These guys are singular on my shelf. Just because, honestly, the combine mode to me, a little dusty, just does not do it for me. So let's get down to articulation. The head could probably do a full 360, but actually, yeah, it's sort of hitting the back of his head. It looks up very little bit. Doesn't look down really at all. Arms getting to a full 360. Goes out that far. He has bicep rotation. He has single jointed elbow, which gets you that far. You can also move the door. It's on a ball joint. Beg my pardon. So you can get more there. And of course you can use that transformation joint if you have a use for it. He has wrist rotation. He has typewriter fingers and a solid thumb. He has no ab crunch. He does have waist swivel. You can lift up these skirts to get his legs up that far. It goes out that far and goes back that far. So all the way back, even the backpack doesn't get in the way. Oh, and that doesn't tab in anywhere, it just sits there. He has hip rotation. He has single jointed knee. He has quite the ankle tilt. You can move his heel if you need be. The foot goes up that far. Can go down that far, but that's basically getting into transformation. It has no swivel. So there we go. And of course we can arm him up. And I will point out, if any of you have noticed, he has no Decepticon logo. This was before, I bought these guys long before I started getting put stickers and stuff. So I never really stick these guys up and just couldn't be bothered. So as for his gun, you just fold up the tip. This looks like it should bend, it does not. And of course, it's just the classic tab in the palm. So just try to squeeze in between his fingers, plug it in there, and now he's all armed up. So there we go. And we can get down to size comparisons, or at least the final. But there's two. Yes, two, which is always nice. So first things first, actually, I got the wrong. Silly me, I grabbed the wrong leader. Here he is with MP36 Megatron. So it comes up around Megatron's waist. So there you go. And yes, will you ever see this guy transform? Not unless I get a KO, which I don't do that. So there we go. And last but not least, here he is with Fans Toys G1 Magnum, which let's put a little bit side to side there. So there you go. So he is smaller than Magnum. He's definitely lighter. I don't think he has really any die cast. He's probably got a little bit of die cast, but not much. So there you go. So there he is with G1 Wildrider compared to IDW Wildrider. And individually, I do love these guys. Combined, I'm not a fan. But thank you for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring the bell if you want to see more of my videos. I post them at least once a week. Providing I'm not posting some other thing that I've randomly decided to add to my schedule. Maybe even leave me a comment. Do you prefer IDW Wildrider over G1 Wildrider? Let me know. Apart from that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.